Hey, so I've made a couple of these videos and they've become pretty popular on YouTube, so gave me the motivation to keep doing it. Just had my 8-month checkup today and it was really good. Still cured, thanks Dr. White. It was really nice getting to see my nurses that took care of me during chemo because today's the 18th of June and this time last year I was starting my first round of chemo. I was in like my second or third week. So things were really starting to suck about that time. I hadn't lost my hair yet, but that was about 2 weeks away and wasn't feeling too good, kind of like bitter about the situation a little bit. So it was really cool seeing them, and they were so happy to see me just looking happy and healthy. And I got extensions, so I basically look exactly the same way as I did last year. So it made them all really happy to see me like this, and it was just good to see them and give them hugs and thank them again for everything that they did for me. Having the extensions again, I think a lot of people don't really realize how much of a girl's identity is with her hair, and I just feel like me again. I feel like a girl again. It's just cool having hair again. It's fun getting to use bobby pins and all the fun stuff that we do. Getting to use my straight iron and curling iron and 3-barrel iron, all the stuff we like to do. It was really nice, and a lot of people keep telling me like, oh, I thought you looked fine with your short hair, but I didn't like it. I didn't feel comfortable. Didn't like having the boy haircut. It was pretty crazy, and it was just growing out all shaggy and weird, and it was really unattractive, and I didn't feel good like that. And I realize now that losing my hair was the absolute hardest part about cancer. And I know there's some type of chemos that you don't end up losing your hair, but the ones I was on, I definitely did. And so if you're on bleomycin or cisplatinum or whatever the other one that I used to take was, good luck. And I know how it feels when it happens. And I kept being a lot of people told me that I should cut my hair short before it happened because it was really long. It was like this long before, and I was like, no way, I'm gonna cut my hair. I love my hair, and it might not fall out anyways. And I understand now why they kept suggesting that I cut it, because when it does start falling out, it's just horrifying, and long hair just looks like so much more. So maybe like chin length or something might have been easier to deal with. It might not have been so scary or startling seeing it all pile up and fall out. Definitely worst feeling ever, especially for a woman. I'm sure it's not easy for guys either, but it's definitely really, really hard for young woman or teenager, anybody. That and it's definitely the hardest part. That and also just being really weak and not being able to be independent. I couldn't go buy a bag of dog food at the store. I wasn't supposed to carry my laundry basket upstairs. Couldn't carry the vacuum upstairs. I lived by myself, and I had to have my dad come live with me because I couldn't take care of myself or my pets. It was really hard. My neighbors were mowing my front yard for me and helping me out the ways they could, bringing my trash can up. But it was really hard because I couldn't do a lot of really simple things I should be able to because of the Metaport. Just kind of lost my independence. And some people would treat me a lot nicer because they could tell I was sick. Like at a makeup store, one girl behind the register gave me a sample of every single thing that they had there. Came home with like 30 samples. It was like Christmas in a makeup store. And then other people kind of treat you like an invalid, like, oh, you're sick, so you must be, can't function well, or you're stupid, or we need to like baby you and coddle you. And I don't know. I didn't really like either way. I didn't like people being nice to me because I was sick, but I didn't like people treating me like an idiot. Like I can't do anything for myself either. So it was kind of just, I don't know. I just wanted people to treat me like nothing was going on, like I was fine. A lot of people have been asking me lately about what motivated me, like how I got through it all, how I did it, what helped me. I'd like to be able to say I just kept thinking of all the life I haven't lived yet, all the places I haven't gotten to scratch off my travel map yet. Coming for you, Australia and Antarctica. I'd like to say things like that. I haven't gotten married yet. I'd really like to do that. But honestly, it was that I didn't want my parents to have to bury me. I didn't want anyone to have to read the will I'd written out one night, a lot of medicine, and just in hopes that it would make things easier if it did come to that. I didn't want people to argue about who would take care of my pets or what to do with all my stuff, which one of my friends would get my Louis Vuitton shoes or all my designer bags. Obviously, the shoes would go to Giselle because she's the same size. So just for future reference there. But that was what was really hard. I didn't want anyone to have to do that. I didn't want them to have to do that for me. I didn't want to put my parents through that. I didn't want to put my brother through that. I didn't want anybody to ever have to read the will I wrote out. And I kind of felt like if I just stuck with it, like I was taking one for the team. And if I just stuck it out and I took the cancer for that round, then it meant that all my family and everyone would be good. Like they were in the clear. If I was the one that if I was the one that had it, they were all safe and they'd be fine. Like I would have rather gone through it than my brother or any of my friends or either of my parents. I'm glad it was me and not them. So kind of felt like it was a deal I made with the universe. Like, that's fine, I'll take it. Just let them be. Just leave them alone. And I feel like it worked out because I'm fine now and they're all fine. So thanks, universe. Let's not play that game again, though. My advice for anybody that is going through it right now, or you're a loved one or a good friend of someone going through it, is just don't treat them differently. Don't treat them like they're sick. Come on, Scout. Don't treat them like they're not them anymore. Don't be afraid to talk to them about boys and drama with your friends and what they bought at the mall. Come on, Scout. Stop. Talk to them like they're still your friends. And don't be afraid that you're going to say the wrong thing. And don't be afraid that you don't know how to be their friend anymore. Just texting them a stupid picture of Grumpy Cat or a funny meme or just a funny story that happened with someone that weekend. Talk to them like they're them still. Don't be afraid to be their friend. That's my friends that still kept me up on all that. They were the ones that I really appreciated the most, honestly. And a lot of them would apologize, like, oh, I'm sorry, I know you probably don't want to be hearing about this stupid stuff considering what you're going through. And I was like, no, give me more. Like, and I'd ask for updates later and, what happened? And that really helped me a lot. And I read a ton of books. My friend Gina sent me a huge box of books, and I just went through them. I barely slept the whole time for months and months on end. Really, like 2 years, I hardly slept. Apparently, your body goes into fight or flight mode when it realizes there's a cancerous tumor in there. And so to help you, it makes sure you don't sleep very often. So a lot of times I would only sleep like 2 or 3 hours a night, and it was after I'd been up for 25, 26, 27 hours, and I just couldn't function anymore. Like my eyes hurt to be open, and my brain hurt. Didn't even want to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer marathons anymore at 6 a.m. And, it just kind of got to the point of utter exhaustion where I just had to sleep, but I just wake up a couple hours later. And the other thing was that the reason why a lot of the medicines didn't work, and even like sleeping pills and things didn't work on me, is because my body was just burning it off so fast. Thanks again, body. I thought it was helping me, and it was really just making sure I was always awake. That way there's never any danger. No one could sneak up on me. The other thing was I worked out a lot. Not a lot. I worked out as often as I could and as much as I could, keeping in consideration my situation, always being mindful of the Metaport in my chest. Didn't do anything with arms since I had surgery at ovarian cancer, so my lower pelvic area, abdomen, all that, it was cut open. I couldn't do any ab exercises for a really long time. So just being mindful of whatever was cut open in your body or replaced. Work out as much as you can. And I think that's why I have recovered as quickly as I can, and my recovery has been a lot easier than most people's, is because I was so healthy. I ate really healthy. I worked out a lot. Even if I could only just walk around my neighborhood for 10 or 15 minutes, that's what I did. I pushed myself, and I'd take my dog for a walk, or I'd just walk to the park and look at all the ducks attacking each other. Something, just try to do whatever you can, and it's hard, and you've got to start beginning, like start before you start chemo. And if you've already started chemo, push yourself in the first round, because that's going to be the easiest of all of them. I did 4 rounds, and by the 4th one, it was everything I could do to get out of bed to take a shower towards the end of the day. So it was kind of out of the question then. But certain days, I just had a little bit of energy. Might not have been till 7 o'clock at night. When I finally got up and I ate something and I showered, I went for a run a few times. I don't know how I did it, but I just found the energy and I did. So whenever you have time like that, go for it because it all helps in your recovery. And after I had a little bit of time to just do nothing but go to Redbox and lay on my couch and eat Chick-fil-A for weeks straight, I went and I got a personal trainer and I worked out with him once a week because that was about all I could handle, just an hour a week. And I would try to do things on my own. Sometimes I didn't go in except for the 1 hour I met up with my trainer. Other times I was in there 3 or 4 days a week. Just depends on how you feel. You really have to pay attention to how you feel. And if you're up for it, push yourself. Push it, push it. Go watch moto videos on YouTube. Look up like gym motivation. Look up some of the Flagner Fail videos. I would listen to some of the songs by Rob Bailey, Battle Tested, and I can't even think of the other ones, but I would just listen to them over and over and over because I am battle tested now and just bring it. So I just sit there and work out to the same songs, like listen to them, never settle, just listen to it over and over and over and get yourself a couple cool little ripped up workout tank tops and just go. And everyone's going to stare at you, especially if you're bald, especially if you have a Metaport in, especially if it's access with bandages. Let them stare. Let them be the motivation for them to work harder. Be the motivation for other people in your family to eat healthier or to work out with you. Go for a walk with a relative and, it'll help them too. And something you could do together. Also, anything that's a distraction, it helps. Listening to music was a big thing. I listened to a lot of music during my treatments, mostly because couldn't stand the sounds that were in the treatment room. A lot of older people with hacking smokers' coughs and gross things coughing up like phlegm. Some people would moan a lot because they were in pain. Some people would cry. Some people just, had a lot of family and friends in there that were really loud and just didn't want to listen to it. I wanted to be in the zone. So bring an iPod everywhere you go, even if it's just in the car. I like to listen to just anything. Sometimes I only listen to classical because I didn't want to hear any words because then I'd sing along in my head and I wouldn't actually be resting. So just get an eclectic variety of music on there, and that'll help you. Also, cold food kind of was best. Like cold cucumbers with salt on them or whatever. And also eat whatever you feel like. I lost a lot of weight during some of the rounds of chemo. And I would see a McDonald's and extra sauce, McFlurry, double fries, everything, Taco Bell, nacho cheese on everything, just double nacho cheese it. Eat whatever sounds good, especially salty stuff because your body's being depleted of it. And ask if you can take vitamins. I was only allowed to take vitamin C because I was already getting so much stuff in my IV and so many pills. My organs couldn't take anything else, but take vitamin C to help keep your immune system up. So again, I'm really glad that these videos are helping people. I posted a lot of stuff on Instagram and Facebook too, and I've gotten a lot of really cool messages from people, especially young girls that are going through cancer. I'm really glad that I can be an inspiration and that I can help people get through it too. I've been there. I know what it's like. So if you haven't gotten a kitten or something, get a pillow pet. Get something, So, all right, any questions you guys have, just let me know. I'll make another video. And my next checkup is not for 3 months now because I'm doing so well, because I'm so cured. I only have to go every 3 months now. So I'll do another one in a few months unless there's something that I am requested to do. All right, take care and good luck if you're in the fight. Stay strong.